guys, this is Bear with Kyser Musical Products. I want to talk to you a little bit about humidification on your guitar and why it is especially important as we're rolling into the winter months. So this guitar always needs to maintain a certain level of moisture, okay? And what we like to say, or humidity, we prefer to stick between 45 and 65% humidity. Now, in our shop, we always monitor that with different gauges. And I would suggest if you have a nice guitar that you really care about, then you should start monitoring that as well. But what you need to know is that when we get into the winter time, there's less moisture in the air. When you put this guitar inside of a house where you're running heat or you have a fireplace, there's even less moisture in the air. So if we don't put some moisture back in this guitar, then we're gonna have some issues. Some of the things you might look for with your guitar if it's low on moisture would be the bridge pulling up. The way we like to test that is we're gonna take a thin piece of paper and we're gonna try and slide it underneath the back side of that bridge, okay? If it goes underneath there any more than a 1/4 inch at any point on that guitar, we know that it's pulling up. And most likely that's because the guitar got too hot or got too dry, okay? Another big thing you wanna look at is the center seam on your book match top. Right here, if you start to see any splitting there or any cracking on your guitar, that means that guitar is thirsty for water. So you need to pay attention to those things, okay? And one really good way to combat that is with some sort of humidification device on guitar. There's a lot out there. Kyser happens to make a great one. We're gonna show you a little bit about it, okay? So this is known as the Kyser Lifeguard Humidifier. I've already had this soaking in some water over here, and I wanna clear one thing up. Just because we need to add moisture to this guitar does not mean that we need it to float in our pool to bring some moisture back into it. We need very little water for this guitar. So this right now is full of water. I want to get the majority of that out. So I'm just going to put my palm on the back side of this bad boy and I'm just going to press it right there. I'm going to press it 3 or 4 times until I really don't have a ton of water coming out of there. That's good right there, okay? Now again, we don't need any excess moisture other than what's in the sponge inside of here. So we're gonna go ahead and dry this thing off so that we don't have any unwanted dripping or moisture on our guitar. Now when we look at this product, we're gonna notice that it has a rubber back. It has 2 rubber tabs on the front, and in between those, you're gonna see a plastic disc, okay? That disc is made of some special polymers that are not gonna react adversely to any types of polishes you might use or any sprayed finishes that you might run into like a lacquer or UV or poly, any of that. This is safe for your guitar. So best way to pop this in, we're gonna slide it in through the base side. We're gonna make sure that that plastic ring sets on top of the finish. And then we're gonna push this base side tab in and we're good to go. Just like that, we've got humidification for our guitar. The way to check when it needs more water, guess what? Super easy. We're gonna pop this thing out and we're gonna take it and we're gonna squeeze. And if we can't get even a drop out of there, then we know it's time to refill. All we gotta do, throw it face down in a 1/2 inch of water, wait about 30 seconds, push the excess out, dry it off, and we're good to go again. Moisture is super important for your guitar. So I'm Bear with Kyser Musical Products. Be sure and subscribe. If you have any questions at all, please reach out. We'd be happy to answer them. Here's another pro tip for you guys. This little pack right here is known as silica gel. You may have seen many of these in your guitar case, but what you need to understand is if we're gonna take the time to use one of these, but we leave these in the case, they're gonna cancel each other out, okay? A silica pack is shipped in a guitar case to take the moisture out of the case while it's being shipped across water, okay? So as soon as you get a new guitar, you need to take these, if you get a case or a guitar, and these are in there, and throw them in the trash because they're gonna do you no good. Grab yourself a humidifier and you'll be squared away.